Hello, and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
This is what I've seen in the 4 weeks since infection. People killing people, which is much what I saw in 4 weeks before infection, and the 4 weeks before that, and before that, as far back as I care to remember, people killing people, which to my mind puts us in a state of normality right now. Because this week we recommend 28 Days Later. Hell yeah.
It's been 4 weeks, my man.
I hope that quote really amped you up and it doesn't remind you of anything right now. Jason, 28 Days Later is my favorite, air quotes, zombie / infection movie, probably. Not really, because that still might be Dawn of the Dead. But watching it this time, I was like, damn, this actually might be the best one.
It kicks so much ass.
It's Danny Boyle, hell of a great filmmaker.
It really is. And I love how disgusting this virus is.
Yeah.
It sucks so much.
And it has the great, like, people just getting surprised faces by all the zombies have like the greatest, like,
what?
Like when they're in the when he gets in the church and then all like he says hello, they're all like they just have their mouth wide open like, oh, no way, is that Cillian Murphy?
Like he just says some shit in the library.
Yeah. I can't wait to throw up all over his face. It's weird. It's like, what do you think of the how the all right, so do you like the fact that they're like infectious zombies more than like I'm dead and I'm alive now? Or
no, I think
do you have a preference of
it's
either
interesting that it's a rage virus.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like every morning when I wake up.
Yeah.
I get this virus.
I know.
From watching TikTok.
And I feel like whenever he made 28 Years Later, like he's like, oh shit, 28 Days Later was very relevant all the time. So let's make like 28 Years Later where it's more of almost like accepting like, you know, love and like death and things like that. And I was like, it's kind of wild to see where this movie was into like where like 28 years later. And I was like, damn, like he had a change of heart about things. But yeah, I feel like this movie is really just like, you know, instead of just like, oh no, some monkeys bit me and now I'm a rage virus, it's more like I woke up and got on Facebook and now I'm just ready to go in the streets and murder.
That would have been so funny if that's what the chimp was watching.
Yeah.
Just scrolling, doom scrolling forever.
Just looking at Elon Musk like X page like,
I know, it reminded me of God, what's the movie where they hold his eyes open and make her watch horrible shit?
Oh yeah, Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, the Clockwork Orange. I was like, what is that word? Anyway, the Clockwork Orange. What do you think's gonna happen when you Clockwork Orange a chimp?
Yeah, right. And it's like, are you a little bummed that we don't get a little bit more about the infection? Like, did we just make those chimps watch rage bait videos, and then it's like now they're infected? It's like, are you sure you didn't do that?
It wasn't even like the rage bait. It was just like random clips of war.
Like, yeah,
like the stuff that the chick saw in The Fifth Element for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and I guess like Danny Boyle didn't want to. He thought it would be inappropriate to show like real like riots and things like that. So I guess they were faked or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Danny Boyle rules. Well, you know, he could have like used like real life.
Like live footage of actual riots and protests and stuff.
What do you think about the style of the movie? Like, did you ever watch 28 Years Later?
Yeah.
I feel like Danny Boyle has like this really like almost kind of grittiness, jittery style of filmmaking.
Yes, very much so.
And especially in this one, and it also has that like real like British TV and movie feel to it.
Like you're gonna see some butts.
Well, no, it's just well, you definitely saw some hangling dangs and some dangle bones.
Some dangling hangs.
But like, you know, and I guess it's because it's filmed on digitals and is like one of the first movies to do digital, but it has that like whenever I watch Sherlock, the Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman one, it has that same like feel to it, which is weird. And it just gives me a very British feel. I don't know. And I kind of love it.
It is a very unique style, but I really enjoy it. I kind of like that it looks kind of shitty in a way.
It's because it's like, hey, it's a shitty time.
It's a shitty time. Yeah, I think it's really cool. And I love like the way that he uses music to accentuate the scenes.
Bro, the ending, whenever, like the song's like slowly amping up and Cillian Murphy's like, I'm fucking raged up right now. It's like, I should have listened to it before so I could be like, but I didn't. But it's like, it's one of my favorite like little pieces of music in film because it gets in my head, even though I'm too hungover to remember it right now.
The only other, in recent memory anyway, the only other media I've seen that has really done this well with that is the Westworld show on HBO. Like the first season was incredible.
Yeah.
And I just remember like that's kind of what it reminds me of in a way.
Yeah.
Just kind of weird, but I don't know. It's just super suspenseful.
Yeah.
But the jitteriness, I think, lends a lot to giving you the feeling of what the infection is doing to people.
I was literally just getting ready to be like, hey, Jesse, make sure you say this. And I was just about to say it. Yeah, because, they're always like, it is so great. Yeah, and it like, because like I feel like he's always like kind of shaking the camera and stuff, and it's very effective.
It's like one of the infected is filming.
Yeah. Just here behind the camera. Just throwing up all over it. So when did you first like watch 28 Days Later, and then did you think that there would be a total of like 5 movies that are going to come out about it?
I'm not really sure. I don't think I saw this in theaters, but I was
too young. I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, me neither. I was definitely not
2002.
Oh, well, I was in college then, but no, wait. No, it wasn't. It was in high school. Anyway.
Oh yeah, you probably wouldn't have been able to get in.
Yeah, but like I don't even think it was on my radar.
Yeah.
I do remember it being one of the scariest like fucking zombie movies I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it's so different. Like with the fast moving assholes.
Yeah.
And the blood.
They will joke.
I hate blood.
Ugh.
Fucking hate blood. I hate getting my blood drawn.
Yeah.
So like having a drop of blood fall on your face or in your eyeball.
Yeah.
God, that would have ended my life.
Really? Definitely my eyeball. I'd be like, do I just remove the eye?
Yeah, you pop it out immediately. Squish it, I think.
Do I like repay the favor and throw blood at them? Like, what do I do here? Yeah, I remember renting it when it like first came out, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, this might be my favorite movie ever. Like, especially being like young at that point. I haven't watched as many movies, but I was like, this is like one of my favorite movies ever watched. And then rewatching it for the pod, I was like, this still might be one of my favorite movies I've ever watched.
It holds up so well.
Yeah, and I think the actors are also good. I mean, Cillian Murphy, Naomi Harris, I believe. Right?
Peaky
Blinder. And then it's also just like Brendan Gleeson just like comes in and says, hey, by the way, I'm probably the best actor in this movie. And then Alec, what's it? Yeah, Christopher, Esselton? Major Henry West.
Yeah.
You see him and you're like, I know I'm not going to be able to trust all these boys.
You can kind of trust them at first.
But him, he's just like, it's like, oh, we might have a chance here. They might survive with him.
He might have his shit together.
And then he's just like, hey, those girls, we want them. And it's like, no.
But I really love the young actress, Hannah. I don't know her name, but she kicks so much ass after in the end of it.
I love when she's just like one of my favorite parts is when she's just like the pills kick in and she's just on the couch, just like, y'all are fucking gonna die. It's gonna be sick, dude.
Yeah, she's like, these pills are doing something.
Just like pulls out a bong.
Takes a big rip.
Just starts following the infected. Here, take a rip. This is what would happen if you got the infected high.
I don't think they'd be very chill about it.
Just be like, here, take these gummies. Maybe it'll work. They'll be like, you know what? I'm actually I'm just hungry now.
Thank you.
It's like, give them a Snickers.
All we really want is for someone to care just a little bit about our situation.
Yeah. So, like on most zombie movies, like the good ones, like the really good ones, they're usually like about something about humanity Do you think this is probably the best at delivering that message?
I think so. It's
Yeah.
really fucking good. Especially the part that really hit home for me was when Hannah was hiding behind the mirror.
Yeah.
And he goes and he looks in the mirror and he's like, holy shit, I'm a fucking monster.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and runs
He's
around.
like, I don't want to think about that.
yeah. Well, back to infected.
Back to killing. It's like, yeah, maybe as a society, we should take a good long look in the mirror.
But only if there's a child behind it.
Yeah. Who's hiding from an adult. Apparently you have to do that now. So
I really want one of those mirrors because I thought it was going to like fall.
yeah. Yeah, that was a tough mirror. And she was pretty
It's
strong.
just hanging.
Yeah, you did a great job. I meant to like text you this and to like have you think about it. But give me your zombie survival plan
Oh, geez.
if you have one.
That's interesting. I know this has been, everyone always talks about this. And there's books about it. I used to have a book. I didn't read it.
Yeah,
It was like knock out the stairs and then they can't get up the
yeah,
stairs.
that's like the zombie survival guide. Yeah, I had that book too.
Yeah.
Everybody had that book. It's like that Max Brooks, the guy that I think eventually wrote World War Z.
No
I
shit.
think that was his book.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I hadn't really thought about it. I'd be fucked
Yeah,
for sure. I
So
guess just loot.
in yeah, right. In college, when I worked at Home Depot for like those like 7 years.
Oh man, you've got so many things to think about there.
Yeah. Many of our days we spent thinking about stupid shit like that. And yeah, I feel like, so first of all, I want to go to a mall based off my favorite zombie movie, Dawn of the Dead. It's just the original.
Have a shopping montage.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you got everything you need. You got weapons there. You got food there for a while. And then it's just like, our idea was when we were in college, we're like, all right, we gear up. Because we had like propane tank forklifts, so we had like all the propane we needed.
Nice.
Which
Those things
has been
run
great.
on propane?
Yeah, forklifts, the outside ones. Yeah,
That is wild to me. Is
I know,
it
we
like
work
a
in a
flame?
factory.
Is it like a propane flame powered forklift?
No, you just like you hook up the nozzle to it and it just runs off propane.
Okay.
Propane. That was I was
Propane
trying to
and
do
propane
King of the Hill.
accessories.
Oh, damn it, Bobby! I like propane and propane accessories, and I don't like them zombies. But like where I lived in and where the Home Depot was is very close to Walmart. So we're like, we fucking cage up the forklift. We put a little trailer on it because we have all that stuff at Home Depot. And then we just drive to Walmart, break in there with a forklift, grab a bunch of food, take it back to Home Depot, and then we're set, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was our
like the
plan.
chainsaw sticking out the sides like
Yeah,
the bus. On
exactly.
Dawn of the Dead.
Like in the remake. Yeah. Oh, that scene fucking rolls in that movie. Their plan immediately does not work. But yeah, that would be mine. And then it's like, because, we'd have enough propane. We could just drive around and those things are heavy as fuck. So got lawnmowers. We can just mow them down. Did you ever play Dead Rising?
Yes. I fucking love that game.
Yeah. And it's just malls are the best place for zombies.
And psychopaths.
It's the best. I don't think I ever beat that game, but I love that game.
I did beat it. It's very intense. And
When you
like-
find a katana, it's like, I'm unstoppable.
it's when you get the double chainsaws from that clown guy.
Yeah, that
I used
fucking
to,
goes.
that was my go-to.
Mine, I think, probably my favorite weapon of that is like the tiller, and you just put it and you stick it into the zombie and they just kind of spin around on it and you just kind of hit everybody with it. It was so fun.
I remember driving around in like the underground area for hours, just back and forth, just mowing them down.
I love getting in the car and then I'd always be like swarmed by zombies and it broke. And I'm like, no. Well, that's video games. So for the scenes on the motorway, the production got permission to shoot on the M1 on a Sunday morning between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. The piece gradually slowed traffic in both directions using 10 cameras. The filmmakers managed to capture a total of 1 minute of usable footage. But
wow.
it's like you fucking shut down the road and you got 1 minute.
Damn.
But it's probably because there's so many people everywhere.
Yeah.
Like trying to
It's
watch
gotta
them
be
film.
tough.
But this movie captures probably like my favorite version of waking up during a zombie apocalypse and
shit.
nobody's there. It's like, I think I put in my notes, like, is this like one of my favorite 20 minutes of a movie? Just like him
Yeah.
walking around, it's being so And like the monkey shit before was also terrifying because monkeys scare the hell out of me.
They're so unpredictable.
And I guess they used athletes to cast the infected because how important physicality is to them. Danny Boyle fed that since athletes can do things other people can't, they would be interesting when translated into movements of the infected.
Yeah, no, a lot of people like to use dancers.
Yeah.
I guess they're considered athletes. Or,
because they can
move.
Yeah.
But they did the same thing in was it the very first Walking Dead, like the series?
Oh, did they?
I think he wakes up in a hospital.
Yeah. I definitely felt like the beginning of.
That's just like a cool thing, I think, like a trope, I guess.
And that first episode's like probably also one of my favorite zombie hours.
It kicks out when he has to shoot that little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's great. And just like I remember, so like my dad, he had when I first watched The Walking Dead, started watching it, like my dad had cancer and like he had like a setback. So it was like we're at a hospital. It's like 12 a.m. in the morning and I'm just like on my phone watching the first episode because like they all fell asleep and I'm just watching the first episode of The Walking Dead and I'm like just looking around in a hospital. I'm like, okay, scared. But the whole like chaining the doors and like don't leave or something like that.
It's got like dead inside.
Yeah.
Written on the door.
Yeah. It fucking goes. Too bad that series sucked immediately after season 1.
Oh man, it really went downhill.
I watched a lot of it. I think I watched 4 seasons and I was just like, man, nothing ever.
It's getting crazier and crazier.
It's like, you guys ruined this.
Best moment is when Carl gets his ass kicked by Negan.
Like
he like murders everybody.
Spoiler. My favorite part of that whole show is, let me ask you something, Rick. Let me ask you something. I love him. So the scene where Jim and Selena celebrate with Frank and Hannah was shot on September 11th, 2001. Danny Boyle said it felt extremely strange to shoot a celebratory scene on that particular day. I wonder why. So,
yes.
So most movies aren't shot in sequence. They're kind of like, because of budget reasons, and it's like more financially better to shoot like at certain times.
Use one location, or different locations. You're gonna shoot all the weird shots in one place.
Yeah. So this film was shot almost entirely in sequence. Only pickups and a few reshoots were shot out of sequence. I just wanted to say that.
Like, do you have to tell the actors, "Don't worry, it'll make sense later"? When you see the,
that's kind of like famously what happened with Mad Max Fury Road. Like all the actors like, what the fuck are we doing? We're just in this desert constantly driving back and forth. And then they all see the movie and they're like, oh shit.
Oh, I get it.
That was a brutal shoot, but man, he made a good movie.
Fuck yeah, I did.
So Alex Garland, Ex Machina fame,
Nice.
Civil War, Men, Annihilation. That's who wrote this film.
Nice.
So Alex Garland and Danny Boyle did a great deal of research into social unrest, drawing ideas from things that happened in Rwanda and Sierra Leone, such as the piling of bodies inside of churches, but drew the line at using actual footage from such incidents in the opening montage. All footage featuring dead bodies and desecration of bodies was faked.
That's probably a good call.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see that shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot. This is the good stuff. Like where the symptoms of rage virus and what they got their idea. So the design for the symptoms of rage was based on Ebola, which is communicable in all primates, including humans, and is transmitted through the blood. Ebola is hemorrhagic fever, which leads to a rash, red eyes, and both internal and external bleeding. Indeed, in 28 days later, the aftermath, a graphic novel set between 28 days later and 28 weeks later, it is explained that the Ebola virus was being used by scientists as a carrier for the inhibitor, which mutated into rage. So now we fucking know what it is.
That kicks ass.
I didn't even think about like going back and reading like the graphic novel.
I didn't know there was a graphic novel.
Me neither.
I want to read it.
Yeah. Did you ever watch 28 Weeks Later?
Yes, but I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Oh, man, it has like a great 15-minute opening. It has some like, overall, the movie's worse than this one, but man, it's got some dope ass fucking scenes.
I remember in the very first scene, aren't they like running to a boat? Yeah,
because it's fucking heartbreaking because they're like living quietly and then all of a sudden like the zombies start attacking and then like he has to leave so it's like he has the chance to go back and save his wife, but he's like, fuck you, bitch, and then runs off and then he's just like crying the whole time. And then like later they find his wife and she has like a one blue eye, one like brown eye like situation. And I guess so she's not she's infected, but she's not.
Oh, so she's like immune.
Yeah,
kind
and
of.
so like the husband goes and sees her and is like apologizing, and then ends up.
Then she kills him, right? Yes.
No, he kisses her, and then he gets infected, and she's tied down.
And then he does the eyeball thing.
Yeah, and just like fucking kills her, and it's like brutal as.
I remember that now.
It's insane.
Yeah, I want to watch that so bad.
Yeah. It also has Jeremy Renner in it. So the crew file all the necessary papers to destroy the Canary Wharf patrol station, but the police were unintentionally not notified. When the explosives were detonated, police sent fire brigades, although there was already one there. Danny Boyle resolved the aftermath after several hours. The explosion cost 250 euros. 1,000 euros.
Oh, 1,000.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
So
got some bottle rockets.
Ewan McGregor was a big at the start of Danny Boyle's career. He was like his main actor, and was the original choice to play Jim. But he and director Danny Boyle had a falling out at the time over the movie The Beach, which starred Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah. He was supposed to be in that movie, but was replaced by Leonardo DiCaprio. And so they have since reconciled.
Don't worry, Ewan. You wouldn't have made it much better.
Yeah, right. But after that didn't work out, the role was offered to Ryan Gosling, but he had a scheduling conflict. Would not have worked for me. I mean, as much as like Ryan Gosling's one of my favorite actors, like I couldn't think of this movie having Ryan Gosling in it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all the zombies be like, we actually just kind of want to fuck this guy.
They get it real close, like, hey.
Yeah. I'll just all right, I'll just do two more. I have so many like notes. I just kept finding things and be like, that's interesting. I want to say it. So Alex Garland and Danny Boyle felt that the notion of the living dead wanting to eat brains was outdated. It's true, but it's also hilarious.
Tar man.
Yeah, hell,
apologist.
Brains. One of the original factors behind zombie movies was a fear of nuclear power and its possible effect on people. Garland and Boyle concluded that one of the biggest fears in modern society is fear of disease, especially a viral apocalypse such as Ebola or Marburg. Garland and Boyle were specifically inspired by such incidents as anthrax and bioterrorism scares in London and the spread of mad cow disease and foot and mouth disease. Sounds like I have a foot in my mouth every time I do this damn podcast.
They just we got immunized to anthrax in the military. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks. They're testing it on you.
No, they don't test it.
Hey, Jason, eat this. I want to see what happens.
It's like a flu shot. They give you a shot.
Gotcha.
And you're like, no, you're safe.
It's funny, especially now watching it after COVID, and like people like did not like half the people were like, we didn't give a shit about that infectious disease, whatever. But like what kind of comes out of this movie is like, I don't know, people are still angry about it. It's like the rage is almost like what resonates most now, more than like a virus situation. I feel like because everybody's just
having
mad.
to be uncomfortable for a couple of years.
Yeah,
with wearing masks.
Yeah. So another aspect of rendering the zombie movie more contemporary was the idea that the virus didn't necessarily affect people physically. It doesn't kill them as the traditional zombie movies, but psychologically. Both Alex Garland and Danny Boyle felt that the idea of the virus renders people zombie-like due to uncontrollable rage was a good metaphor for contemporary phenomenon of social rage, such as road rage, air rage, hospital rage, and now social media rage, which didn't exist then.
And it does kind of make them seem a little ADD.
Yeah.
They're always looking around like,
it's like they're eating somebody and they're like, oh shit, squirrel.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. So like, I don't know. Oh yeah. All right. This is gonna be the last one. So the last scene, the scene at the cottage in the lakes, was shot in a standard 35 millimeter and was actually a tagged on ending. Money ran out during filming, so for a while, director Danny Boyle considered an open end, concluding with a freeze frame of Jim, Selena, and Hannah as they escape from the mansion and crash through the gate. So it was supposed to end there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. But after securing some additional budget, a scene was filmed in the hospital with Jim dying of his gunshot wound. However, test audience didn't like this ending, and Boyle felt that they couldn't do this to people because it was such a tough journey anyway. When the movie turned out to be a hit in USA, the studio gave Boyle budget to film the semi-happy ending at the lakes, which was added to all 14,000 U.S. prints of the film while it was still in release. Writer Alex Garland still called the ending somewhat ambiguous as it's never made clear if the pilot actually spots the survivors, but in Finnish, they say send a helicopter. So like whenever they're talking, and it's a Finnish language or whatever.
Oh, Finnish.
And it's essentially saying, hey, there's somebody here. Let's send a helicopter. So they do technically get rescued. And he was flying very close to the ground. How did you not see him? But yeah.
I mean, the jet?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I guess that's the guy, the pilot's like, hey, send a helicopter. There's some dorks down
I
here.
didn't really hear him say anything.
So what do you think of the ending? Would you prefer like the freeze frame or seeing Jim die in a hospital?
I think freeze frame is always a bad idea.
Yeah.
Freeze frame.
It would have been a great, like, very un-American ending to a movie because, like,
I don't think it would have been bad, but just not with a freeze frame. Just maybe like,
yeah.
Although it was nice to see him survive, and then like,
I absolutely love the ending we got.
Yeah.
I love them all coming out, and they're all like, we're a little cheerful. You got the zombie like starving to death on the side, and it's like really rad. And then, like whenever they're kind of doing like the ending, he does like a little flash, like, and where it's like they show like a slight scene of like where they're at in the lakes before he even gets them to the hospital. We see like the little tiny microsecond of the hospital, but we just see the words hell, and it's like, oh fuck. That sucks. And then it's like, oh no, it's hello. Yay.
They just moved to the country.
Yeah.
And retired.
Eat a can of peaches. All right, Jason, I think we should hop into the plot since we almost spent 30 minutes talking about it.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I think we're kind of getting to the point where we're getting so comfortable at podcasting, we almost don't even need to do plot stuff anymore, which I'm thinking about doing.
Oh yeah.
So before we get into it, even though we kind of spoke on like what maybe the point of the movie is a little bit, we'd like to hear what you think the point of the movie is. And at the end of the movie or podcast, we go through what the point is. If you want to, God damn, I got that foot and mouth syndrome right there. No, baby.
Hand, foot, mouth. That's just disgusting.
I don't even know what that is.
This is a kid thing.
Oh, well, in the description, there's a link you can click at the top. You can text us at the bottom. There's an email we recommend, mailbag@gmail.com. Send us stuff. Come on. All right. 2002's 28 Days Later. We start with flashes of violence in streets around the world. Then we transition to a bunch of TVs with a monkey tied up and watch it. It's like, silly monkey. Get off, you lazy butt. Do some work. Then British animal rights activists break into a laboratory to free chimpanzees being used for medical research. Disregarding the warnings of the lab staffer, the activists ultimately free the rage virus subjects, which attack and infect the activists, scientists. Infect the activists and scientists. The infection seems to spread very quickly through its victims, turning them into uncontrollable monsters in seconds. I mean, maybe say something other than they are infected with rage and...
I don't know. If you're going to rescue some animals and some science guy in a lab coat says, hey, they're infected.
Yeah.
Maybe take a second.
But whenever they're like, hey, they're infected. Infected with what? Rage. Be like, what the fuck is he talking about?
No, a horrible disease. It's very communicable.
Just be like, actually, these are monkeys that we're not testing on. We're captured them because they're hella contaminated with like a brain-eating disease. And they'll be like, oh, all right.
Well, it was just a mad zombie virus.
We'll get out of here then. It's like, make it sound like it's something doesn't sound ridiculous.
Yeah,
just be like,
man.
If you touch them, you'll die in
don't use
day.
Your sciencey jargon on us.
And also, hey, activists, maybe don't open up a cage to like a monkey
wild
screaming.
Animal,
yeah,
that can just rip your face off. Yeah.
Because as I put in my notes, monkeys be scary.
They are, and they're so hella strong.
Yeah,
even though they're tiny.
And just like in movies when like they do have caged monkeys and like their like screams are so they're like
they're horrifying.
It's like it just. It's scary, and then like they're constantly always hitting shit, and because it's metal and glass, I'm like, this might be the scariest part of the whole movie, honestly, for me personally.
Horrifying.
Like the rest of the movie, I'm like, hell yeah, we're all gone. This movie, I'm like under a blanket, like, are the monkeys coming?
Was she expecting a hug? Like,
I don't know.
Fuck was she
it's
thinking?
Like these guys are riled up. Why are you trying to just let them out like that? At least like take. I know you don't want them to be in cage, but like tranquilize them or transform into a portable cage.
Yeah, I feel like these guys didn't think a lot of things through.
Yeah.
Except save the chimps.
And it's which is that's always something that's kind of frustrating in movies when like the activists or something they do the dumbest stuff. It's like
You think other activists are watching this and you're like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all deserve this.
and then like their friend comes in who's like, God, her face bitten off by a chimp. Is like, well, we did that. So it's 28 days later. A bicycle courier named Jim awakens from a coma in a deserted hospital after he was treated for injuries he sustained on the job. Boy, hanging dang.
He looks really comfortable.
Yeah, and he gets up pretty fast and is able to walk around pretty quick for being
in a coma for
28 days.
For 4 weeks? Yeah, I think so. No atrophy or anything.
It is weird that I watched this movie and I'm like, that's the most unbelievable part of it.
Free healthcare, what?
Dang, they even left him a key under the door? That's so polite. Americans would be like, fuck you.
They kind of were.
Yeah.
They left them there to die.
Yeah. I mean, hey, at that point, they probably did, they're just being overrun, I'm sure, at that point. As he leaves the hospital, he discovers London is completely deserted and rife with the signs of catastrophe. So good.
So all the free Pepsi Cola you want.
Yeah. And I do. Oh, all right, we'll get to that. So he wanders the streets calling out for anyone who might still be around. He finds, it's just like the streets are empty. There's nothing. Then he goes to kind of like this area where there's this giant round thing with a bunch of people's faces of like missing people and things like that. And it's just kind of like, oh, scary.
That was pretty terrifying.
Yeah. And then he goes calling out for people. He finds a church where a large group of people have gathered. Dead people. He quickly discovers that the people are raging monsters who attack him.
No,
hey,
the preacher.
Yeah. Then he's like, he hits him with some cans. He's like, oh Christ. Crikey.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
It's like, no, I think you're right, dog.
He goes to the confession booth.
Yeah.
He's like, it's been 5 days since my last confession.
I've masturbated.
He's like, what? It's only
Bro, I ate like 5 people today. That's what you're confessing at right now? But yeah, I don't think there's really anything better than just like empty streets. It's just so eerie.
It is terrifying. Right? Do you think you'd ever call out if you're in that situation? Like after seeing this, you're like, maybe I should be quiet.
Well, because they all kind of look like they're just sitting there sleeping. So it's like, what y'all doing?
I don't know. I guess it's just always been my thing to never get attention ever.
Yeah, I'm sure. Literally at work, there's someone that calls me the Invisible Man because I am low-key trying to not be
the shadows.
Trying to make sure nobody's noticing me ever. The score, this is where like the score like first really starts to like amp up because it's kind of like this guitar that and like, you know, I don't know, just fucking rocks. And I love that there's some graffiti on the wall. The end is extremely fucking nice.
It's so fucking British.
And
there's a guy doing like Macbeth over there.
Yeah. And I love that
Ian McKellen.
Like when we first see them, they kind of appear to be almost monkey-like, right? Like the way they
just like animalistic.
Yeah, like the way like they throw their hands up and stuff, you know, because monkeys are very like.
I'd say we are the greatest apes.
The greatest apes. The great ape escape. I don't know. I'm saying words that I like. So he's chased through the streets by the infected people before being rescued by 2 survivors, Selena, Naomi Harris, and Mark, Noah Huntley, who rush him into their hideout in the London Underground using explosive charges attached to gasoline pumps to cover their escape. Great fucking shot of the gas station exploding.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, I mean, you gotta have
like the wide shot and it just explodes and it's like all night. And because it's digital, it has that really like grainy effect. Just like, as much as like I prefer film, I'm just like, man, sometimes like the people that use digital filmmaking at the start were really good at it. And they made their movies look like Collateral made their movies look very interesting.
I think it makes this movie seem very dreamlike in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And then he like amped it up to like 128 years later, where it's just like, what? I didn't realize this was like a mushroom-induced movie.
Yeah.
I fucking love 28 years later. We should just do all 3 of them straight right now.
I'm down.
So They reveal that while Jim was comatose, the virus spread uncontrollably among the populace, turning most people into vicious murderers, the infected, and resulting in societal collapse possible on a global scale. Selena, it started as rioting, and right from the beginning you knew this was different because it was happening in small villages, market towns, and then it wasn't on the TV anymore. It was in the streets outside. It was coming through your windows. It was a virus, an infection. You didn't need a doctor to tell you that. It was the blood. There was something in the blood. By the time they tried to evacuate the cities, it was already too late. The infection was everywhere. The army blockades were overrun. That's when the exodus started. The day before the TV and radio stopped broadcasting were the reports of the infection in Paris and New York. We didn't hear anything more after that. I wasn't actually supposed to read that whole quote. I was supposed to stop soon. I was like, this is going on forever.
I thought this was a very interesting line of dialogue because I thought this was centralized only like in London. I didn't know that.
No, it is.
It did spread to New York and Paris.
It didn't do that. Yeah.
But they said
that
there.
Well, they think that.
Oh.
And it's not to the end where he sees the plane in the sky where he's like, shit, people made it. Like, it's not everywhere.
But even the soldiers are talking about how it didn't affect anybody but them.
Yeah.
They're like, woe is us.
Yeah.
It's always got to be
give
about
us some
us.
girls. But the reason I wanted to say that is because like my favorite part, it wasn't on TV anymore. It was in the street outside. It was coming through your window. It's like that fucking, that's a metal ass line.
Some 3D glasses.
And I mean, that was like, if you think about COVID, is like, oh, it was just like this thing where kind of like, oh, somebody in China has this disease. And then it's like
5 minutes later,
the first person in like America got it.
You're really watching it.
And then the next thing, it's like, oh, people at work
it's
have
all
it.
around me.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my God. And
now it's in me.
That's really why I like a lot of these. Like, I love virus and zombie movies. Like, even just like virus movie, like Contagion. I love that fucking movie, even though it's like a bummer of a movie. But there's just something about like societal collapse, like with these movies that really just interests me and probably is very scary.
It is really interesting and eye-opening because our society is so frail.
Yeah. And we didn't think it. And then we lived it. And it's like, wow, we all suck.
Yeah, we are not prepared for this.
We are not mentally as a country like ready for anything like this ever, apparently. But movies like this make me want to buy a gun.
For sure.
Yeah. So Jim insists on going to his parents' house. Though they think it's a bad plan, Selena and Mark accompany him. He discovers that his parents committed suicide. Oh, yeah, and then they have a little note. Jim, with the endless love, we left you sleeping. Now we're sleeping with you. Don't wake up.
Damn.
It's literally got a little bit.
Note.
I got a little chill.
What if the note was like, we always hated you.
Yeah. Bro, we actually loved you, and then you got hit. And then we're like, damn, our son's a bitch ass. You're in a coma? What a loser. I want a son that doesn't get hit by cars while bicycling.
We hope you're dead.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Just put a peace sign, smiley face. So that night, Jim has a flashback of his family, which is kind of like, this just kind of gives you that dreamlike state. And it's funny watching 28 years later because like, oh man, this stuff was kind of in 28 days later. And it's not really as much in 28 weeks later, but it's not the same director. So, but yeah, and it's kind of like a pretty great emotional effect. And then he like, as he's dreaming, they're like, do you want any orange juice? He's like, no. And he's like saying it out loud in like his real like life, not in his dream head. Dream head? Yeah. Oh, I got some dream head last night. But and then I guess it's like,
for some dream head.
Some infectious people would just walk in the streets at night, just a neighborhood infection watch and just come bursting through the house, attacking the survivors. And when the fight ends, Mark is bleeding from a nasty slash on his arm. Despite his pleas, Selena immediately hacks him to death with a machete.
Hell yeah.
Explaining to Jim that infection is spread through contact with contaminated blood and overwhelms its victims in seconds, rendering them deadly to the others.
Yeah, she kicks so much ass.
Yeah, when she did
immediately dead. And
it's like the movie does a great job at not just be like, because sometimes it'd be like in movies like that where you're just like, stop being like that. Like you're being obnoxious. It's like you could have gave him a second just to see if he just accidentally cut his arm on something. But instead, you're like, when you see her do it, it's like, she fucking knows what she's doing.
she's not like, taking any chances.
She's surviving. She probably didn't know this guy that long. It's like, I'm fucking killing him.
You're
and
expendable, sir.
I'm going to do it to you. And then she warns that should Jim become infected, she will kill him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Which is just a little line while they're walking, and it becomes like a very big
That's
little line in the whole
really
movie.
good communication.
Yeah.
Just get it right out of there in the front.
Exactly. And then like the next one, she's like immediately. It's like in these little like scene here where they talk about she'll kill him in a heartbeat. She also says, as they're journeying along in the city, Selena rules out intimacy between her and Jim, declaring that only the fight for survival remains. It's like it's getting like they did a great job like developing her character and like how much she's gonna change later. And I don't know, fucking this movie has great character development and I love it.
It really does.
Yeah. Because as we go through, Jim kind of starts becoming more like Selena from the beginning of the movie, and Selena's becoming more like Jim from the beginning of the movie. And it's just like, fucking.
And he goes
Danny Boyle, man.
Full Rambo.
Yeah. Love it. He goes full infectious Rambo.
Yeah.
So they see Christmas lights blinking in a high-rise place and go to check it out. About halfway up the stairs, Jim has to stop because he has pounding headaches. Selena explains to him that he's crashing from the sugar because that's all they've been drinking for a few days, eating sugar and drinking Cokes. And yeah, it's like as an adult, you can't do that anymore. As a kid, I did it a lot.
Yeah, but they're like in their maybe mid-20s.
I'd say, yeah, probably like I was late 20s.
I remember
maybe.
surviving on like 3-day hikes with just ramen and goddamn water.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had that water though.
Yeah, like dry noodles and
like,
water.
But
like,
you know that feeling like whenever you're just like, let's say you go to like a cookout or something and you've just been like pounding back Cokes and things like that and just eating very. And then like when you take that first drink of water, it's like, oh shit, I needed this.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's just like, it was very relatable, I feel like.
Sure.
So then they hear sounds of approaching infected and race up the remainder of the stairs where a man in a police riot gear directs them to his apartment and fends off the infected. It's Frank, Brendan Gleeson, and his teenage daughter, Hannah, Megan Burns, have holed up in their flat. They're invited to spend the night. They also have like a little drink and stuff. They seem like very nice people. Selena and Jim privately debate whether they should remain with Frank and Hannah. Jim says they seem like good people, while Selena fears that they will slow them down, warning Jim to put others ahead of one's own personal survival is a sure way to get killed.
What do you think Hogwarts thought about him taking all that time off work?
Yeah, right. It's like, damn it, where's Mad Eye movie? He's... You know, even though we could fix this whole zombie infection, we're actually, he just decided to hang out with some people.
Quarantine the muggles.
Yeah. And I love one of the lines in this thing. It's like, it's obvious that they need us more than we need them. And I thought that was a very good line. And it's going to show like her when she softens up, she's going to be like, actually, you kind of needed them. So next morning, Frank informs Jim and Selena that supplies, particularly water, are dwindling. There hasn't been any rain for several weeks, despite all the collection receptacles they've placed on the tower's roof.
Doesn't it rain constantly over there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's like the thing they're known for.
Yeah, shitty weather.
But also, like he kind of explains that like he had a method that he saw on TV where collecting dew, but he's doing it on like a asphalt roof, and like the whole way that works is because of the soil underneath rises up. So that's why he's not even able to do that.
Okay.
Thank you. All the survival shows I like to watch. Frank also shows them a pre-recorded radio broadcast loop transmitted by soldiers near Manchester who claim they have the answer to infection. Frank tells Selena,
it's definitely not rape.
Yeah, promise. Even though as soon as you kind of walk into this place, you're like, these are a lot of immature dudes. Frank tells Selena and Jim that he and Hannah need their help to get out of the city. And Selena's like, no, we're not fucking going all the way over there. That's forever away. And then Hannah's just like, if we stay here, we're going to die. If we go, we might die. So we might as well take our chances. And it's like, okay, Hannah, you haven't really talked at all, but way to leave a banger of a line.
Yeah, good idea.
So on their way out, they pass through a tunnel blocked by a pileup of cars.
Their tunnels have got them worse.
Yeah, I know. I just love it. And one of the cab's tires go flat. When they realize that a horde of infected are on their way because of rats, they frantically change the tire and race out. Cillian Murphy's character has such a great line. This is a shit idea. You know how I know? Because I know it's a really shit idea.
I know it's shit when I see it.
Yeah. And it's like, it really is like, man, Frank, why'd you fucking go through that tunnel, man? That was a terrible idea. It was like the worst idea ever.
Let's go in this dark hole.
And Danny Boyle's like, yeah, but it's going to be a fucking rat scene.
It'll be worth it, I promise.
And it's funny because, like recently I broke down on the side of the road and we're changing tires. I'm like, man, if there was zombies chasing me, would not been able to do that. We struggled for a minute changing that tire. But it was also raining and lightning around us. Worst possible time to change your tire.
Yeah, that was scary and slippery.
Yeah. So on the other side, they find an abandoned store and stock up on provisions and bonding at the same time. Love it. Always love a good, like, hey, let's collect supplies and have a good time type thing. Because you see Selena kind of starting to bond with Hannah, and she's like, this is your first time you really see her smiling. And it's like, oh, yeah, everybody's having a good time.
A little, what do they call it? Something therapy when you go shopping?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What do you call it, though? It's like
I don't know, because it's the opposite effect for me.
therapy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, I walk into Walmart and immediately, like, my blood pressure raises.
I know. I'd rather peel my skin off than
it's
go.
like, I'm just like, if you were to watch me on the cameras, it's like, is he running through the store to get out of here?
Shaking and jittering.
Yeah.
I'll throw up a little bit.
But and then you have like Frank just it's like Jim goes to get some liquor and he's like, no. If we're taking all this liquor, we're gonna get the good stuff, dude.
Right? I guess. Yeah, that is true. But like, do you really want to like make like give your opinion on people's choices on in this situation?
It just goes. It's just like one of those things they use for his character of being like, this is a man like when before the infection, like he had like great taste and like really like things
that
like
makes
that.
a lot of sense when it comes to alcohol and it's all there and it's available and you just get it.
Yeah, I would take as much as possible to make Molotovs.
Hell yeah!
I'm like, no, like, well, we're taking the cheap stuff still because we're gonna throw them at people.
Yeah,
might as well,
maybe
right?
drink a little too.
Yeah. But also one of the things, like, if water's not readily accessible, I would not be grabbing liquor.
He's like, don't touch that. He reaches for the natural light.
Yeah. Get some Coors. It's the king of beers.
No, it's not.
No. It's the champagne of beers. That's called.
Miller High Life.
Oh. What's Coors then?
Coors is Taste the Rockies.
Taste the Rockies. Okay. I haven't had beer in a while. It's mainly wine. So they load up their car with a bunch of shit. They drive off into the country where it looks like a painting. You remember that weird little shot where I'm like, the car looks normal, but all like the flowers and stuff are like a Van Gogh painting.
Oh, pastel.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? I tried to look for notes on it. Like, I didn't find anything. I was like, this was a very random thing, but it kind of goes to what you said about the dreamlike state of the movie.
A grainy, dreamlike shit.
And then it's just like rewatching him, like, shit, man, he really is kind of just like a trippy director. And that's why he did it all 28 years later. So on the other side, they find an abandoned... So the group overnights in a pasture. They find some horses and they like have a little moment with them. Frank like kisses them and waves them goodbye because they're free and happy.
Aww.
Something that they probably can't be anymore.
Imprison them.
Yeah. They are in a fence, so they still kind of are.
Man, okay.
And I love like Hannah's like, are they infected? And you're like, are they?
Just flapping their tongues around.
I am a little bummed we didn't get an infected horse.
Infected horse.
No way,
that'd be insane.
Yeah, trying to ride it, it's just like
that'd be horrifying.
Horses will already bite you, so. Yeah. So, Selena and Jim talk. Selena tells Jim that she was wrong about the idea of staying alive is as good as it gets, and then kisses him on the cheek. Aww. They try to go to sleep, but Hannah and Jim can't. But Selena is out cold. They wake her up, and she reveals that she has Valium. After falling asleep, Jim has a nightmare that they left him. Then Frank wakes him up, tells him he's sleeping, and then Jim says, "Thanks, Dad." And it's like, fuck off. This movie is manipulating me emotionally.
Calls him a softie.
Yeah. Then he is abruptly awoken by them honking the horn at him. It's just like, y'all couldn't have woke him up a little earlier.
Like he was having a nightmare. They woke up late for school and then this happens. Fuck.
So while driving, they see that all of Manchester is on fire and exploding. And it's rad. Because there's nobody out. There's nobody anymore to put out the fires. So it's just a whole city burning.
And let it burn.
And I loved it. I love that shot.
Yeah, it kicks ass.
When the four reach the deserted blockade, Frank is infected by blood. So they get to the place. I'm kind of passing through it too fast. And they're like, nobody's there at this military outpost. Sucks. And it's Frank's getting like really pissed off. He like yells at like Selena and them. And then he walks off and
he gets pissed off at a bird.
Yeah, it's like this bird's like pecking at it like a human's face. So he's just like, fuck off, bird, and drops. Great fucking shot. Drops right into his eye. And it's like,
that was
no,
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I didn't want it. He's a good guy. So knowing that he's doomed, he tells Hannah that he loves her one last time. And then he harshly tells Hannah to stay away from him and becomes infected in seconds, nearly killing her. He is quickly shot by hiding soldiers. Hey, fucking soldiers hiding. How about you come out a little earlier?
Yeah, that's what I thought,
you know, when
too.
they're like obviously looking for you.
Like, oh, great, survivors. Wait, hold on, don't say anything. Let's
especially
just see what
since
they
we
do.
know that like they're probably just masturbating in the fucking bush or something. It's like women
having a wank.
Fucking and then yeah, it's like put in my notes. Couldn't come out a little earlier, guys. So then they like commandeer the cab and take Selena, Jim, and Hannah to a fortified mansion under the commander of Major Henry West. He tells them that they have a clean bed and hot water for a shower.
Like you guys stink.
Yeah.
You can have showers. Yeah.
But I mean, like in their like situation that they're in, it's like, man, that sounds like the best possible situation.
Oh, yeah.
A hot shower.
A kill for a hot shower.
No, we got one.
I won't kill you.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe I will.
So as Hannah struggles with the loss of her dad, Selena and Jim reach out to each other romantically. Selena doesn't want Hannah to have to cope. She wants her to just have a nice life. And it's like, Selena, like her character's like completely come around now. Like she's not thinking of herself or anything. She's not even thinking about survival. She's just like, I wish Hannah could have a nice life. Like, you know, when we were younger and now she doesn't have a dad.
And then Jim's like, stop talking. Kiss me.
And like Selena's like, yeah, I like this. Wait a second. You damn eye, you pretty ass eyes, Cillian Murphy, you got me. So Jim talks and takes a walk with Wes. Wes shows him the grounds and the corridors. We see
they're pet humans.
Yeah. We see some of the soldiers are a bit immature. Wes shows Jim
when they're like driving around in circles.
Yeah. With the cab. And it's just like, that's immediately where it's like, uh-oh. I don't trust these guys at all. This commander has not got control of the situation as much. And he does, but he doesn't at the same time. Wes shows Jim Mailer and infected. He's an infected that is chained up so that they can see how long it takes for them to starve to death. Jim discovers that West's answer to infection involves waiting for the infected to starve to death. And it's like, well, can you just put that on the message and we would just stay somewhere else?
We're going to wait it out. Yeah. That's the big plan.
It's like, it takes a long time.
I don't know. I mean, it takes like a few weeks.
I mean, like, does the infected drink water?
No.
They're just drinking blood, I guess. Does that work?
Yeah, but
because like you die like after like 3 days if you have no water. So
it had to be. Or they're just doing like turkeys when it rains. They go,
well, they kind of constantly have their mouth open, so I'm sure when it's raining, they just
drops get it.
So while eating together, they all talk about life. Wes says that everything still seems normal to him because people are still just killing people. That's the line I got from that earlier.
That's the way it's always been.
Yeah. Hannah doesn't want to eat. She just wants to bury her dad. Then the zombos arrive on the property. They are taken out by the soldiers. Fucking hell.
That one soldier's like, I got one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, well, there's a bunch. You should have got one.
Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, they did have the place pretty fortified.
It was sweet when one of them tripped on the mine because the whole time I was thinking like, when is one gonna step on one? And then one lands on one and bounces to another one.
Yeah, it's like, hell yeah.
Is that why they call them bouncing betties?
I do kind of wonder about like the zombies. I mean, was it just like some zombies that's like walking together through the forest, or did they like hear the noise, see the light? Like, kind of was curious about how the zombies kind of constantly keep popping up and finding people, like because they run with like, you know, like a purpose. Like, let's say whenever they went up into the apartment buildings, like where Frank is, like they were like halfway up. So what made the zombies be like, I know where they're at?
I don't know. Maybe they smelled them. They smelled that good home cooking they were making inside.
It's like, I guess it could just be like, hey, Jesse, shut up. It's a movie. You have to have zombies.
Well, I mean, once one kind of trips the alarm and it starts making all that racket, they probably get pretty excited, I would say.
Yeah. So the soldiers come in all tough guyed up. One of the guys immediately gets very rapey with Selena. Jim tries to stop him, but is subdued. Luckily, one of the soldiers hits the rapey one to stop everything. Wes comes in and tells the men to walk the perimeter, and he tells one guy to slow down.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah,
with the rape.
we're trying to smooth it. We're really trying to be like, maybe if we're nice enough, we'll be like, hey, ladies, do you want to have sex with all of us?
Yeah, they were having a nice romantic dinner with
everyone. Like, we cooked you shitty eggs. Don't you want to have sex now? So Jim and Wes...
You should smile more.
Yeah,
tell them that.
Right. It's like, hey, honey, why don't you smile a little bit, okay? It's just a zombie apocalypse. So Jim and Wes talk about survival. Wes brings up that he promised the men women. Tells a story that one of the soldiers had a gun in his mouth because what's the point of surviving if you don't have a future? And it's like, I don't know, but maybe your immediate plan shouldn't be, it's time to raid. Right?
That's like plan C.
It's like, right? I don't know. As just like a commander, I mean, like, I get that he like loves his, like, hey, these are my guys. These are this is my family because I'm their leader. So I have to keep morale up, but it's like
the most toxic wingman ever.
It's like, don't fucking lose your humanity though, Commander. Okay. Come on. So shocked, Jim's like, oh, we out. He attempts to escape with Selena and Hannah, but is captured by the soldiers along with Sergeant Farrell, the guy that hit the guy on the head whenever the one guy was getting rapey, who disagrees with the Major's plan. While Jim and Farrell are in prison, Farrell theorizes that there is no worldwide epidemic. The infection takes hold of its victims so rapidly that it would have been impossible for any infected to escape the British Isles, leading the rest of Europe and perhaps the world to impose a strict quarantine on the British Isles. He's just like kind of going crazy.
It's like stuck to a radiator.
Yeah.
The whole night.
And it's just like, hey, you know what? This guy's probably the smartest character in the whole movie, and y'all just fucking kill him.
There's the slightest bit of introspection.
It's just like whenever like they end up killing him, I'm like, I actually kind of fucking like that guy. I really wish he didn't die. He was a nice guy. He was like, wow, the only non-shitty person here. Cool. So as two soldiers lead Jim and Farrell into the woods to be executed, the two executioners fight about how to kill Farrell, because the super rapey guy is like, I'm gonna knife him because turns out he's just a fucking psychopath. Yeah. And then you got like the cook guy just being like, just fucking shoot him. What are we doing?
All these guns.
And then it's just like, well, at least he's like halfway decent, but it's like, no, you're still gonna be rapist too.
I thought he was gonna say like, if we just knife him, he won't draw a bunch of more people.
Which would make more sense, right? But it's like they didn't take that direction with the movie.
They had a lot of bodies out there, so he's just like.
That's where I think they take their infected that they kill.
Or I thought it was just like more people like them.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be infected. I think that if anybody actually came there, they would have like let them live with them, I'd assume. And then so they kill Farrell. The one guy,
like, this guy's completely unrapeable. Yeah. Get him out of here.
Because that one guy's about to stab him, and the other one just like shoots him, and then like this upsets the one guy, and then this gives Jim a chance to run off. And they run after him. However, Jim has hidden himself among a pile of corpses where they were going to throw him and Farrell upon. He observes the contrails of a jet aircraft flying high overhead and realizes that someone in the outside world is still functioning.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's hope.
It's also like, and the way that that's shot, where it's just like, apparently Danny Boyle just spent like a couple days in his backyard, like trying to get perfect shots of airplanes in the sky.
Man, just waiting for an airplane to go by.
And he's just trying to get like the perfect amount of like leaves in the way. And it really is kind of like it's like, shit, hope.
Yeah,
just
man.
hope.
Like when you're lost, I got lost in the woods once, and I was like, where do we go? And I was like, I knew there was a waterfall nearby. We got to looking around, saw just the faintest glimmer of water falling through the leaves. I was like, yes, we are found.
I am one with nature now.
I definitely got us lost, but now I got us found.
I beat nature. So Selena and Hannah are trapped as the soldiers start circling, wanting to, begin the raping. And Selena asks to be left alone briefly with Hannah to prepare her. Selena tells Hannah she'll give her one of her sedatives so the experience will be less traumatic. And then one of the guys runs in and tries to stop her from doing it. And after luring West,
Hell, I mean, what was his? He probably thought she was going to kill herself.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, for
I'd be
sure.
like, eat all of them, girl.
Yeah, she's like,
This ain't gonna be worth it.
Yeah, because she says like, "Are you trying to kill me?" Like,
It's like,
nah,
no.
bitch, just eat all of
Yeah.
them.
But I guess you want to leave yourself the chance to be like, all right, after it's done, maybe we can sneak out or something. I don't know. But I would just been like, nah, dude, I'd just die.
Starts crushing them up into a line.
Yeah. So, after luring West and one of his men to the blockade, but like running the
those old timey alarms.
Yeah, hell yeah. Jim kills one of the soldiers, and then Jim runs back to the soldiers' headquarters where he unleashes Mailer, an infected soldier that West kept chained outside the observation. Mailer attacks the soldiers in the mansion while Jim stealthily skulks around, killing a soldier and maneuvering around the growing number of infected. Like, I love cool. One of my favorite shots of the movie is they kind of turn around and Mailer's outside of the window and he's like, and then like breaks through the window and starts attacking.
Like Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah. Which is in like I'm assuming the whole reason they did that is because like throughout the rest of the scene, you have Jim kind of doing the same thing, being outside windows, just being like looking around. I'm like, what? Who's the one that's infected? It's like, oh wait, even humans can just have this rage, right?
That was sick though when the guy pops his head up from the stairs and he comes by with the crowbar, just whap.
Yeah. So Selena and Hannah try to escape, but the soldiers don't let them because they're fucking dicks. They take them upstairs where Hannah slips away to receive a picture of her family, and then an infected comes into the bathroom where she hides behind a mirror. The infected looks at himself in the mirror and then runs off.
He scratches his tooth a little bit and like licks it.
Yeah. Had a little bit of
he was like,
it's like,
well done.
I had somebody's scalp in my teeth. Why didn't anybody tell me? Dang it.
It's like,
I had that one guy's nipple stuck right there.
Oh, no.
Great little great scene though. And then like you just see her getting down, like her little feet like cut down, and it's just like tense.
Hell yeah.
So Selena being held hostage by the last uninfected soldier is horrified when Jim, covered in blood, bursts into the room and savagely kills the soldier, leading her to believe that he may be infected. Raising her machete, she hesitates before striking. He quips, "That was longer than a heartbeat." And the two kiss passionately, and it's like, he's
covered in blood.
He's got a lot of blood. He might be infected. Hannah finds them, and the trio run to Frank's cab, only to encounter Wes, who shoots Jim in the stomach. Fucking dick.
No, that was awesome though. Whenever after they're kissing, and then Hannah runs up and smashes him on the head with a
so
glass.
good. It's just like, he's attacking you. It's like, have you ever seen anybody kiss?
Gross.
Yeah. Ugh. Guys, get a room. But yeah, so Jim gets shot in the stomach. Hannah commandeers the cab and throws West to the infected Mailer by driving the cab up back to the door. Mailer's like,
grabs him out.
Yeah, it's rad as hell. Then escapes with Jim and Selena by blowing through a gate. And then
just do it.
Yeah, and then 28 days later,
shirt.
Selena and Hannah rush Jim into a deserted hospital where Selena performs life-saving emergency procedures, I'm assuming. And then after a further 28 days pass and a bandaged Jim is shown waking up in a recovery again, this time
not again.
Oh, crikey. Let me guess, still no tea and crumpets. I'm sorry, British people. I'm so fucking sorry. It's just so funny to talk like you. To be so stereotypical with you guys. I'm so sorry. So he's in recovery
Selena's
again.
Down there like sewing a dress.
Yeah. This time, on one side of a double bed in a remote cottage. Downstairs, he finds Selena sewing large swaths of fabric. When Hannah appears, the three rush outside and unfurl a huge cloth banner, adding the final letter to the word hello.
Yeah, they must have gathered like every bed sheet for miles.
Yeah, right.
That thing is huge.
And they kind of lay it out on the meadow. And as an approaching jet flies over across the landscape, the infected lie in the streets, dying of starvation.
He flies by. Hey.
He's like, what's up?
Not coming back for you though.
Just as like the shaka bra. What's up? And then after the jet zoomed past the three waving survivors and their distress signs, Selena wonders out loud, do you think he saw us this time?
Do you think he saw us?
And then 28 days later.
Oh,
and that's the movie. Jason,
I can love it.
What's the point?
I think the point is that aren't we the monsters? Aren't
Yeah. We all, it's like we all have that rage, man.
We all got that dog in us.
If you poke us enough, like that evilness inside of us will come out. And hopefully you're like Jim and you got to use it for a good thing and not like these soldiers who have all this bottled up rage and testosterone and are going to take it out on the women, essentially. Ultimately, I think the movie is about how you choose to live your life. Selena starts off as a hard and tough soldier almost, willing to kill anybody at the sign of infection. She has no hope for the future, just survival. Then in comes Jim.
Oh.
And almost like a newborn baby, his lack of seeing society break down gives him hope that they can still have humanity. Then they meet Frank.
Oh, what a stupid little baby he is.
I mean, he wakes up naked in a hospital, like almost like a baby.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He does.
He like can barely walk. I mean,
I didn't think about that. That's funny.
And then he gets that sweet, sweet milk, Pepsi Cola, baby. Then they meet Frank and Hannah and see that good people and time still exist, and that even in the darkest time, if you are with the people that you love, you can still have light in the darkness.
Then it can't get any worse from here.
And then with like the soldiers, they decided to choose violence and want to use their power to get what they want, all in the name of survival. But really, they're just animals with no one to tell them to stand down. But what do people do when you're corner them? They choose survival, which leads to Jim to fucking kill everybody and becomes a rage-infected human, essentially. Yeah. You take away our peace and happiness, your own gain, we will always stand up and take it back.
Fuck yeah.
Fuckers.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so excited right now. I just want to hurt someone.
Oh, yeah. And I wish I could say little paragraphs without stuttering all the time. But yeah.
You're getting there.
I just think like in terms of zombie movies, this is like the best with a message, I feel like. Yeah, even though obviously like Night of the Living Dead and like the Romero, like the first three Romeros have great signs, like great things to say about humanity. Well, not great things, but like do a great job at saying things about humanity. But I just feel like this is like number one.
Had the most to say.
That movie had nothing to say except fucking punk rock zombie. So we're gonna hit up our next category. Let us know what you think the point of the movie is.
I don't even think it was really. Can you really call them zombies though?
Yeah, that is also a big debate. Like zombies are considered like, well, to be honest, they don't fucking exist. You can just call whatever you want a zombie, right?
Okay, fine.
But like they have like the zombie like signs and like things. They run around. If that made any sense. So, Jason, we're going to hit up a next category. The good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. It's where we discuss the good of the film, something we liked. The bad, something we didn't like. The ugly, something that didn't age well. The fine, something that did age well. For the good, for me, the whole damn thing. One of the best zombie fucking movies ever. Zombie fucking movies?
Yes, some fucking zombie movies.
That's the porn parody.
No, I really love
28 comes later.
Oh man, he's so tired now.
He's so tired now.
At this point. No,
you get cum in your eye, you just turn into like a
horny
zombie.
Too. I really I thought the pacing was really good. I mean, and it kind of starts out the way a lot of these post-apocalyptic movies do, and kind of slow and lonely, and then wild.
Then you start seeing survivors, and then it's like wild, and then like at the kind of the perfect time, it gives you that like peacefulness of like they're happy, and like there's the horses, and it's like, oh, these people can do it, and then at that point you're like, I love these characters, I want them to all survive. Oh no, they're not all going to survive.
Man, I want to see more horses in these movies.
Yeah, I
don't even want to see them get killed. I want to see them be on the side of the warriors.
Here's what I want. I want zombie horse being ridden by a zombie.
Yeah,
make that movie.
Hell yeah, that's what he's going to do in the next one.
I mean, the
Bone Temple,
because they're kind of like pack animals now in the new ones, like.
And they're evolving.
They have their own society, essentially.
Yeah, they're going to evolve to use horses, and then, eventually...
Yeah. It's essentially just going to end up going the direction of Planet of the Apes at that point.
Yes.
Which is another great infection movie.
And everybody's got a huge dick.
Yeah. All that blood rushed to it. I don't know.
That's where all the rage is held.
Yeah. For most men, yes. The bad, I got nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't really much
Kind
bad
of-
except for all the rapey stuff.
kind
I
of
mean, but that made it good. That made the movie.
let's get to that. The ugly, rapey,
Yeah,
too rapey. Don't like rape in
a
movies.
little rapey. But I mean, spot on. That's what people are gonna do. They're gonna, when shit hits the fan, you're gonna have people that kind of
When society
gather their resolve, and you're gonna have some that like, well, I guess it's time
It's
to
like
rape.
especially when you got like young men with their guns. It's like I have power.
Yes.
I demand what I want.
Yeah, I feel like everything was so spot on to what humans would actually do in these situations. I thought it was really good.
But and something about the movie, I also think like obviously like the shitty soldiers were shitty, but like they all still had like everybody still had their humanity a little bit.
And they were even a little bit disciplined when it came to like their own protection.
Yeah. Which I think was smart, even though they're going to be like the shitty people in the movie and they all deserve to get mailered. But I thought Danny Boyle did a good job at even like, oh, the really shitty people, like they're still got that humanity and they're just like taking and they're just not choosing the right things to do with their humanity. And it's like, fuck off.
I think that for me, that's what aged the best is like really showing humanity and like in its extremes.
Yeah.
I think that is always going to be
murderous
a winner
extremes.
for me. Yeah.
And then it's just like they give us hope by seeing them have hope. And then it's just like you meet these shitty ass soldiers.
Let's strip all that hope away and give you something to be afraid of.
But then they left us a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
So the fine, I put the style and directing and movie with no bad sequels. Because I love 28 Weeks Later.
And
not
years?
like love, like, but I like it a lot. Yeah.
I really
28 years. I love.
I cannot wait for the next one.
Yeah.
What's it
going to
be
see
called?
what all those goofy blonde boys are going to do.
I know.
When they got all of a sudden the weird sound effects start popping up, I'm like, is this like a comedy now?
I kind of hope that they would be the Teletubbies. They would be like human Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Like, you know how they whenever they finished killing them, they did that little stance so they all like give a holler of victory.
It's like almost like a Power Rangers movie for a
Yeah,
second.
exactly. And I was like, I want more of that weird shit.
If you go back and watch it, Remick from Sinners is one of those guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great. So yeah, what do you got for the fine? Anything else?
Oh, my fine was that the humanity, the extreme humanity in the extremes, because there's a really great podcast I used to listen to called was it Dark History? Or
I have heard a podcast called that.
Maybe not. I don't know, but it's all about like the Great War, like World Wars, and like humanity in its extremes.
Yeah,
and, like the way people react to things.
You should find that and send that to me.
Shit.
I would love to listen to that. Cool. Well, man, let's hit up our next category. Double feature. It's where we recommend a movie that goes alongside this movie.
All of the other ones.
All the other ones, yeah. I actually put another I put another Alex Garland movie. I put Civil War.
Oh, I didn't finish that. I need to.
It's kind of like obviously it's about a movie about like the times that we're living in where like half the people hate the other half of the people. But yeah, it's just like essentially what it is like there's a civil war right now, like in America, but at like, a now time, a present time. Or I guess it's more of like a dystopian future. 4 journalists travel across the United States during a nationwide conflict while trying to survive. They aim to reach the White House to interview the president before he is overthrown. But yeah, it's like in terms of like a movie about like humanity and stuff. It does a really great. There's a lot of similar themes between 28 Days Later and Civil War. So I think it's kind of a perfect movie in it.
Mine would be it's not a movie, but it's a cinematic video game.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead Telltale series.
Yeah. That was one I've always wanted to play, but it's like
you can get all of them for like $15, I think, right now.
My thing with those games is like, I want to play a game.
Sure, but I think the writing is, especially in the first season, because I haven't really played the other ones.
Yeah.
But the writing is so good. And I don't know. You got to check it out sometime. It's
I remember just like all the YouTubers were playing it, and like if you ever watched any of them, like their thumbnail was always them crying. So like I always heard that it was like a really emotional, great movie.
It is, and like you make decisions to to like help or save someone. You have to like
You play as like a little girl, don't you?
yeah, that's kind of
Makes
the
it even
stories of
harder.
in the first season of your little girl and the guy who rescues her
Yeah.
from her house. So she's sitting there waiting on her parents to get back from Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
and like they don't come back, and so he's like, just come with me,
Yeah.
you know. And then it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I have an ad for Depends male diapers.
Just shit yourself.
I don't know. How did it know I have to pee? All right. So I forgot to tell you the next movie I wanted to do. But it's a fucking banger. It was actually nominated for Best Picture in like I think 2017 beginning. Yeah. It's Hell or High Water. You ever seen it?
I don't know.
The movie fucking rules. It's got Chris Pine, Ben Foster, who's great in it, Jeff Bridges.
Oh, I love Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, and in one of his most absolutely can't understand him roles, best ones he does. But it's just kind of like it's a movie like Toby is a divorced father who's trying to make a better life. His brother's an ex-con with a short temper and a loose trigger finger. Together, they plan a series of heists against the banks
Yes,
that to foreclose on their family
this.
ranch. Yeah.
Like fucking idiot in the bank. Oh
yeah.
my god.
It's written by Taylor Sheridan, who wrote Sicario, but is now known for his TV shows like Yellowstone, Landman, stuff like that. Where he's like, hey, I'm making really good movies. I should make mediocre TV shows that people at our job
Everybody's
loves.
doing it.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. And I was kind of talking about it with my wife, and I was like, we should fucking do that next. So
Hell yeah,
that's
man.
what we're gonna do next. It's
Can't wait.
it's like a 5-star fucking movie. It really is.
Very good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah. So that is the episode. We have concluded 28 days later. So we're going to also, do the next movie, which also isn't super hopeful. Yeah. There's actually probably less hope in it. But yeah, join us next week for Hell or High Water. And thank you for listening. Leave us some fan mail. We already told you how to do it, baby. And leave us some good reviews and subscribe. Also, we did get a comment on YouTube, Jason, and it was a nice one.
Okay,
and,
good.
And not a stupid one like some of the other people were like, podcast dumb. But the comment was left, that's the wrong thing, was left by Gotti8592. And it says, y'all are hilarious.
Oh, thanks, God.
And that was on our Roadhouse episode. And that is a very funny episode that we did. So thank you for that comment if you're still listening to us. Or if you just decided, I want to listen to one random podcast about Roadhouse. But I'm assuming you're still listening because why would you comment on it, right? But yeah, so leave us comments. It makes us feel good. Like, I'm so happy right now. You can't see it, but I'm fake smiling.
Smiling so big.
Oh, I got all my teeth out. I'm smiling. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, follow, rate, review, whatever stuff we have to say at the end. And I'd like to thank Joey Prosser for our intro and outro music. You can follow him on X at Mr. Joey Prosser. And this has been the We Recommend Podcast. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
Oi! Governor, there's some damn zombies.
There is no government.
Bye. I had no quote.